Hello, welcome back to One Perspective. I'm Brett, and welcome to all the open minds out there today. It is April and spring has sprung. We are doing a solo camping trip today, and if you look around, notice something familiar? We've been here before. I've been on vacation this past week, and I am ending it with a nice little alone time. I'm sharing the end of the vacation with you guys on a solo camping trip for this weekend. And so I am calling this Solitude Revisited. If you can see behind me, there's the classic fire pit from last video with you guys. And I have to say this, it has been an unusually warm March going into April. And now that April's here, spring's here, the pollen is out. And guess what? It's thick, real thick. So I feel sorry for all you guys that really suffer from the seasonal allergies. I guess I get a little bit of it, but I don't have to take any medicine for it, generally speaking. I just kind of get a little bit weird with the sinuses right at the time that the cold weather's about to break into warm weather. Pretty normal. But for the rest of you guys, you probably can imagine yourself on this rock in the Southwest just screaming, Zyrtec! Let me just get my chest rig on and then we can do some exploring here. There we go. Hey everybody, we're about to roll out on a trail. I'm so glad that I get to go on a trail with you guys today because the last time we were here, unfortunately, the grass was just too high and I didn't want to take a chance of getting ticks or a snake bite. But all the grass is cut. It's so nice. I'm gonna just move around here with a little bit of a panoramic view for you. Very nice today. And I went ahead and loaded up, got some water, Gatorade, and inside here I got a few snacks. Now, if you'll recall our last trip here, I got to right at this point and I was like, nope, because the grass was just too high. But it looks like we got a little trail over here to the right side at least to go down there and check it out. Also, I've got more trails over here we're gonna try to check out. Feels good to get out here, sweat a little bit, exercise, burn some calories. I don't mind sweating, but I'm just not a big fan of freezing my tail off here in the wintertime. Now, I know a lot of people love to camp out here when it's snow and really cold temperatures, but I'm sorry, I gotta draw the line. I'm just not that hot-natured. I'm somewhere in between. This looks like the part of the video game where they say, none shall pass, but we will overcome. Here we go. You could call that a bagworm. Look at these guys. Gosh. They get everywhere. Step through this. Yep, there's the train track right there. Came up on this anthill, kind of like flicked the little loose dirt over me on my socks before I knew it. Hopefully I didn't flick any of these little ants in my shoe. Got a nice steep hill up to the railroad tracks here. All right, I think we're gonna head back from this trail and check out the others. One of the trails is called Photo Point. So that should give you a more clear view of the railroad tracks, because I have to assume that it's for the people who are very big train enthusiasts. Yes, there are some people that just love to come out and see the different locomotives that there are out here these days. Sometimes they put out some classic ones and they get really excited. While on this one, you can immediately see the train track here, so you don't have to go very far to get a good view of it coming through here. We're getting closer here. It would be sweet if a train came on through while we were at this part, but we'll see. Pretty cool, huh? Standing on the railroad tracks. Nothing to mess around with. Always stand back when a train is coming through. Don't play around and get stuck on the tracks. Be safe out here. Is it just me, or does this remind you of a lot of music cover art from the 90s? Some band will always be like out on a railroad, just like looking somber or something. All right, I'll tell you what, guys. I was really hoping a train would come by so I'd get a little footage. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stop and take care of myself. It's hot out here. It's in the 80s. I'm sweating bullets in April. Not June, not July, April. I am sweating. So what I did is I brought a little snack with me. Now, not the healthiest thing. It's some processed food. It's called Vienna sausages. And of course, I brought Nabisco crackers to go with it. It's the perfect pair. I pretty much got into eating this type of stuff because of hunting with my dad. When you're on the go and you're hunting, you usually just have a little bit of time in between hunts, dog drives, to get something in your belly. So you don't have time to cook nothing or go into town and get some restaurant food. So you bring a little bit of stuff with you, maybe a sandwich. And also this is kind of like a little side snack, or meal itself really, that you could have pork and beans, you could have potted meat, deviled ham, and if you got enough nerve, pork brains. I'm just gonna get some bites in real quick here. Hopefully a train will roll up while I'm eating and we can get a good shot. But for now, like I said, I'm taking care of myself. I've mentioned this before. You know, it is important that we all kind of pay attention to what we eat, especially when we get older. The problem is really that we start off young, eating all the wrong stuff. When you're young, you can eat, drink, whatever you want. You don't have to worry about that going to your gut, going to your legs, going to your face. You're pretty much invincible if you're lucky. Now, not everybody has the greatest metabolism. As a kid, sometimes, unfortunately, you're in that position. But me, that wasn't the case. I was athletic, I was hungry, I ate whatever, and I didn't gain any weight. Now that I'm 43, I weigh 229, 230 pounds. When I was a high school senior playing football, I weighed 188 pounds. And slowly over the years, it crept up to 200, and then I don't know what happened. So I haven't really got on a exercise regimen yet. I'm doing a little bit of different work at my workplace these days. I don't have as physical as a job as I used to. That kind of factors into it. But really what factors into it is how much you eat. Do you stop at one plate? How much do you put on that plate? Did you get a side? Did you get two sides? You got to know when to say when. And I was up to 233, and I just started, cutting it off, not eating too late, telling myself, no, don't have that extra little sweet before bed. Sometimes I'll make myself a bowl of cereal, just because I stay up so long that my body gets hungry again and it needs something. And that's the problem. You got to go to bed on time. You got to eat the proper stuff, and in moderation. So I stopped eating really late for a few days. I stopped getting that extra helping on my plate. I got on the scale and I'd lost like 3 pounds. And I got to keep it up. Of course, I was on vacation, so I did eat good a few days. And I'm on vacation, so I'm relaxing. I'm not really out here running a mile. The first step is moderating what you eat, and then trying to be active in some way or some form as much as possible. What you think there? Whoop, I'm spilling some of the good stuff. A lot of people don't like that juice there. It's salty goodness. That probably grossed out a few people. Nabisco, that's National Biscuit Company, baby. The best. Good things come to those who wait. I'm just gonna step back. I saved my camera. It was about to fall on those rocks. I had a feeling this might happen. I got this new tripod here, and it's awesome. It's made for cell phones, but it's very light, especially the further you pull it out. The further you pull it up, I should say. It gets very light and easy to tip over. Well, that was a good shot. Look at that. We got a deer stand out here. Pretty sweet, huh? Whew. That was a good little hike. Got to see where 2 of the trails went. Got to see a train. Got to feel the train, the vibration of the train. It almost knocked my camera over for the day. All right, got a little snack going. Life is good. But I think now I'm gonna pull out my camping chair and just take a little breather for a few minutes. I know that I need to be good to myself here. A little out of breath, a little hot, trying to acclimate to the weather. It doesn't matter how many years pass in your life. When the summer arrives, or the spring in this case, you got to get used to it. You got to acclimate. And usually it comes like a knockout punch at once. You may even feel nauseous, lightheaded. And if you're feeling like that, you need to sit down, you need to drink some water, you need to get some electrolytes, you need to get some nourishment in your body so you don't pass out and have a heat stroke. Look at that pollen. Ain't no joke. Before I came on this trip, I just had to get a car wash. I had to get it because now that spring is here, these birds are attacking my car. Dude, they have attacked all 3 of our vehicles. My vehicle, my son's vehicle, and my wife's vehicle. A bird has destroyed the sides of our cars, every one of ours. I mean, that bird just perches there on that side mirror and just his brains out. It's so infuriating, you know. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to stop the bird. I can't catch him. There's nothing I can put out there to deter them from being in my yard. And I don't even think that they're staying in the tree near the car. I think they're staying in the bush in front of my house. So I was thinking maybe I'll trim the bushes back. I don't know. I don't know if that's going to do anything, but I even caught a picture of them right there on the side of my son's car. Check that out. It's just nasty. And I actually ran this car through a car wash today before I came here. Even though I knew it was going to get more pollen on it, I had to get that bird poop off of it before it started taking off my paint. If you can feel me on this one, let's start the thread. Hashtag bird purge. All right, cool down session is over. I'm gonna put that tent up now. I like being close to my car if I'm car camping. In case something goes down, I can dip out real quick, and the car is pointed right at the exit. So I'm gonna take advantage of that. And now let's get the tent up. This is the tent that I used last year on the trip. Lots of mesh here. Definitely a tent for the summer or springtime. Probably wouldn't recommend this one for snow, the winter time. Definitely not going to be enough protection to keep you warm. It's the last tie-out point. All right, everyone. I just finished putting up the tent, putting on the rain fly, and putting these little tie-out points on. I got it pretty good. I'm a little bit crooked here at the top, but you know, I'm working by myself here. So this is what we got. Here comes the train. And this is the only tie-out point I did not take care of. I think I must have taken the string off of that one on another camping trip to use it for my tarp. But I got enough on here, and I don't think it's gonna rain. It's not supposed to, so. I've pulled everything away from the tent good enough to get some airflow. Everything is staked down in the ground, and we are good to camp. I've got the tent up, I've got my camp set up for the most part. Only thing I haven't done is put all the stuff inside the tent. And it's gonna get done, but I'm just taking my time. It is a beautiful day today. Sun's peeking out just a little bit again. It's still a little bit overcast right where I'm at. So, as you can see, we got the tent up here, pulled the fire pit out, and this is just exactly what I wanted to do, exactly where I want it to be. What a great end to a vacation. Just a day alone, no one to bother me, just taking my time, only having to take care of myself. Solitude at its finest. I picked a great day to come out here to camp. And I just want to say, all of this is possible because of God above. I thank God for my life, and my family. I am super blessed to have a wonderful wife and 3 kids that love me. I have great parents. I still have a grandmother alive, and I have several other close extended family members in my life. If you have somebody in your life that you love and care about, make sure you let them know. Don't ever take that for granted. Don't ever wait to the last minute to visit them, to tell them how you feel about them, because tomorrow is not promised. Having said that, I just want to bring some awareness back to some losses of life in the past year or so. There have been 3 big events that have happened, I would say, within the last 2 years. And the one closest to my area was Hurricane Helene and what it did to northwestern North Carolina and surrounding southeastern states. A lot of people lost their lives in floods that had no clue this would happen. Many people referred to it as a once in 100 years type of storm. Well, that happened, and those people are still suffering. So my prayers go out to those families still. And also, I want to give my prayers to those in Los Angeles, California. And before these 2 events even happened, also those in Hawaii. Those are 3 events that the federal government dropped the ball on. They didn't give those tax-paying people the help they really deserved. So I just want to bring some awareness to that. Let them know, let you know that I haven't forgotten. I haven't forgotten about those people. And I don't think any of those people thought they were going to wake up the next day and not to be able to tell their loved one that they love them. And they'll never get that chance again. So count your blessings. Tell those in your life that you love them, and never take any family for granted. Hello everyone, we're back and it's time to eat. This is Peak Refuel sweet pork and rice. It's a freeze-dried meal. Now, if you haven't had any freeze-dried meals before, this is a good brand. Now, I can't speak for every different food item they have, but I've had this one on a previous trip and this is tonight's dinner. I forgot to bring a pot, so I got this little cup. It's kind of sitting directly on the burner, unfortunately, but you know what? I got an idea. There we go. I think that's a little more appropriate. Hey, you know, you got to be able to do something on the fly when you're camping. If you forget something, you got to make a substitution. Just like if you're in the kitchen and you don't have time to go to the store because you forgot that one particular ingredient, you got to make a substitution. I think this is actually going to be the perfect amount. It asks for 1 1/4 cup, and what I'm looking at, oh, good thing I saw that. And then I'm just going to pour this 1 cup in here, and then go ahead and pour the rest of the little metal cup in here that I got. There we go. Man, that's gonna be good. Now we wait. All right, guys, the moment you've been waiting for. Look at that. What do you think, guys? This is awesome. Can't wait to eat that. Well, guys, I'm about to chomp down on this sweet pork and rice. This is gonna be great. And not only that, but I got a full throttle to enjoy it with. This is an energy drink. It's a citrus. It's like a passion fruit with energy drink in it. And it's the only one I have, and I don't have these very often. Hey, it's my vacation. I'm camping. It's a spoiler day, so I'm gonna enjoy it. Give me a little bit of energy to get through the night. I'll bring you guys back later after dinner. Hey everybody, just finished dinner. I'm just sitting here settling. I enjoyed it so much, and whew, it makes me want to fall asleep a bit here just because it's so heavy. I had a little snack earlier today, and since then I really haven't had anything until now. So I'm just gonna sit here, enjoy the sun setting, because it's gonna be setting in the next I think about 20 minutes here. 7:36 p.m. is the time it's supposed to completely go down, and then we'll start the campfire. All right, everybody. I think it's about that time to get a campfire going. The sun has definitely set. The night is coming alive. I'm hearing some birds. I saw a bird swoop through here. Might have been an owl, not sure. And back over here in these woods, might have heard a coyote. Not sure. Freaking me out just a little bit. I don't just come out here because I like camping. I do it to feel alive. And there's nothing that makes you feel more alive than having your senses challenged here, okay? So there's a little saying that I got from the internet, which is great. And that's, you're not afraid of being alone in the dark. You're afraid of not being alone in the dark. So I'm out here, I'm protected. I got a little EDC here in this chest rig. It's ready to go if anything pops off, but I'm here to start the campfire, get some marshmallows going, and then later retreat to my tent, maybe read a book, play a game. I'll bring you back in a second. Now around here, we're not afraid to use some accelerant. We're not ashamed. We want to get things going quickly so we can have a nice campfire. Very nice. Now that wood is burning quite nicely, I think I'm going to try some marshmallows. Not too many. because these things are so full of sugar. I do actually want to go to bed tonight, have a good night's sleep before I wake up in the morning. So here we go. We're not trying to do any s'mores tonight. A little too messy and not really what I'm looking for right now. Well, that's 2 of them. That ought to be good enough to get us started. All right. Woo, hear that wind kind of picking up. Here we go. Got one of them going here. I'm going to enjoy this. Cheers, everybody. Charred marshmallows. Good stuff. I'm definitely hearing an owl over this way. Hope that thing's not going to be going off all night. That could be annoying. But for now, I'm just going to sit here, enjoy this fire, and after it calms down a little bit, I'm going to put the top on it and go in my tent and chill out. Hello everyone, I have retreated to the tent now, and I think I'm done filming tonight. I've got some good footage today, and I am in straight chill mode right now. So I don't want to be rambling on the camera. I just want to take it easy, and I'll bring you guys back in the morning, and we'll have a little breakfast. Good night. Good morning, everyone. It is a beautiful morning. I can't say that I slept well last night, but I think it's because I had that full throttle energy drink. I wasn't uncomfortable. I was very comfortable with the cushion on my cot and just the general temperature outside. There was a nice breeze blowing, but not too aggressive. And there was no paranoia. I didn't hear anything weird out here, except when I first started the fire last night. I could hear an owl and maybe some coyotes here. But other than that, it was just some crickets chirping. And now I am up. I have put away some of the stuff in my tent, and all that's left to do is get a little breakfast in, tear down the tent, and go back to home sweet home. So let's get started. Now, just like last night, unfortunately, I didn't bring a pot, and I had to do a little makeshift tray here to put it on top of, or rack, I should say. But we're gonna make the coffee first, probably just enough water in that cup to make coffee. And then we're gonna make some oatmeal. And that's gonna be my morning breakfast before we leave. while I'm letting everything cool down before I eat and drink, I just want to say I've had a wonderful time sharing this camping trip with you. And it's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful time of year. But life can be difficult even when it's beautiful outside. Everyone in your life could be happy, but maybe you're not because of some issue, no matter what it could be. But let me say this. Give every day a shot. Don't lay down. If you lay down, nothing's going to happen. But if you get up, if you make yourself get up and try, I can guarantee you it's going to be better. Getting through work, getting through life, half of that's just showing up. The rest is you getting in the right mental space, you having the right attitude and the right motivation. Don't just live in the short term, look for the long term. And I know that's hard because we're literally living in the short term. Things can seem bleak, depressing at times, but there are better days to come. So don't give up. There's only one way to success, and that's forward. Stay true to your family, stay true to your friends, and keep the faith. And always keep an open mind and never be afraid to be a dissenter in a world full of opposition.